North Greenville and Southern Wesleyan. Getting ready to tip off. Southern Wesleyan's at the line. North Greenville will join them shortly, and we're ready to go here for the second game. North Greenville coming in 1-5 overall. Southern Wesleyan winless on the season, 0-6, looking for their first win on the season. Ray Sutherland, and now I am joined by Alan Ellis with you tonight.
Hey, how's it going?
And you were telling me something about a really good Atlanta soccer team earlier?
Oh yeah, they're good and stuff. Don't worry about it. Let's watch some basketball right now.
So if you're just now joining us, the North Greenville women's team 66-55, a winner over Southern Wesleyan earlier. Now we're ready here for the men's game, see if we can sweep Southern Wesleyan out of Hayes Gymnasium. On the tip-off line, Roderick Howell versus number 15, Christian McLean, and it's 1-1 by North Greenville, and we're underway. And some early defensive pressure brought up by Southern Wesleyan, number 2, with the tip out of bounds. Diego Poor trying to force the turnover.
And Gray, these two teams, no strangers to one another, played a lot of games against each other, and you're going to see a lot of pressure coming from the Southern Wesleyan team.
And they are doing just that. They bring 2 up to challenge Ryan Mobley, who fires a 3, rattles it out, no good. And here comes Southern Wesleyan, number 13, Lamont Smith, one of the starters. Mobley trying to go for the steal, gets around him, driving the baseline, runs into Burchett. McLean outside the circle, fires it right side to pick up Poor. And over to the left side, number 21, Isaac Ford over there. Back up top to McLean, drives in against Howell, misses it short. Howell might have got a piece of that.
Nice block from behind by 22. One of the 2 players to watch for this contest.
And if he could stay out of foul trouble, expect that early and often from Roderick Howell. Here comes Burchett firing the 3, drains it. North Greenville's on the board. Daniel Burchett, the senior out of Weaverville, North Carolina, puts North Greenville up 3. Diego Poor, junior transfer out of Tusculum University. Trying to go for the 3, drives in. Free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound to number 3, Covey Tate. Tate, a very strong rebounder for this North Greenville squad, averaging about 7.8 per game. Roderick Howell, though, averaging about 6.7, so keep an eye on 22 and 3 throughout the night. North Greenville with it, Burchett left side, looking around for help, goes to Covey Tate, free throw line jumper, too much. Howell with the rebound, goes to the basket and can't get it. This time it's rebounded by Isaac Ford. Your starting 5 for Southern Wesleyan, Diego Poor, Lamont Smith, Christian McLean, Isaac Ford, and Jalen Lowry, your player to watch for Southern Wesleyan. Comes in averaging the most points per game on the Southern Wesleyan squad, picked up 15. 3 hits there for Southern Wesleyan from Lamont Smith. Lowry picking up 15 in their loss last time out against Mars Hill. And it's a heavy defensive pressure. Which way is the ball pointing? To North Greenville, and Southern Wesleyan a bit confused on who has possession. Or what might the time be?
See Smith and Poor both looking towards the referees, trying to come up with something.
And it is, flips back over, possession awarded to Southern Wesleyan after a brief discussion. Starting 5 for North Greenville, number 2, DJ Brooks, number 3, Covey Tate, number 4, Daniel Burchett, number 15, Ryan Mobley, 22, Roderick Howell completes the starting 5. Tied up at 3, Southern Wesleyan looking for the lead. Handoff left side, Poor driving in left side. Kicks it out to Ford. Ford drives in, he goes back to Poor, and now over to Jeremy Wirt, number 32. Mobley almost gets a turnover. It's corralled by Lowry. Lowry drives in against Mobley, puts it up in traffic, and a tangle up as both players crash to the floor. Mobley fights for it, and it's rebounded North Greenville. No jump ball was called, nothing was called. Here comes a 3, and in and out, no good from DJ Brooks.
North Greenville going to have to corral that long ball, try and do something that they haven't done all that or as good as Southern Wesleyan all season long, averaging just under 6 made 3-pointers a game. Southern Wesleyan over 8.
Here comes another 3 from Southern Wesleyan. That one hits from Lamont Smith, and he's got both of them. Also, we have not had a 2-pointer yet. All 9 points on the board have come courtesy from beyond the arc. DJ Brooks moving up top side, fires it back right to Burchett. Wanting to go underneath to Tate, instead goes to Mobley. Mobley, he'll find Tate with 10 to shoot. Kicks it back to Burchett as that one's tipped up top for 3. Brooks, no good. Rebound though to Burchett and out of bounds off of Burchett.
Corralled the rebound but bounced it off his own knee. Great, we've seen a lot of physical play out of both these squads through the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, especially something like that early on. I hope the officials are on their toes tonight. Steal here for number 2, Brooks. One-on-one, drives to the basket, gets it to go. Nice little poke and run by DJ Brooks. 6'5", Southern Wesleyan still leads by 1, courtesy of the 2 threes from Lamont Smith, who has all of his team's points so far. Up top to Zaylin Richards. Now over to Smith. Smith, the 3rd three, you bet it. So he's got all of his team's points with 9. Well, it seems to me if you can shut Lamont Smith down, that's pretty much going to be ball game right now.
That is absolutely what the offense is going for Southern Wesleyan, as that two's taken by Howell and good. Just as simple as a free throw right there from the charity stripe for Howell. 9-7 as we approach a 15 to go mark, 5 minutes in. There's Smith, closely guarded by Brooks. He'll go over to Richards. Richards hands it to Poor. Poor over the left side, 3 from Williams, no good. As that was actually from number 32, Jeremy Wirt. But that's just the thing. Southern Wesleyan knows they have a good 3-point game going right now, but with only 1 player, as a foul's going to be called on that one.
And Covey Tate juggled the ball trying to get it for the layup and was able to draw the contact against Southern Wesleyan. So that'll be our first foul of the first half. It'll be against number 2, Diego Poor. And that will send Tate to the line after this timeout here with 14:52 to go. Southern Wesleyan leading 9-7. Of course, we mentioned the streaks that are on the line here.
Finally got me, Ben.
What's that, Rick?
The Clark Street Crater, the mother of all potholes. For decades, it's tormented the people of this town. They try to fill it, but it always returns. Got me good.
But you know State Farm's got you, too.
You ain't nothing!
Are you trash talking a pothole?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Tiffany Friel at 864-457-2021.
Closest contest looks to be 11 points out of any of those. So just both these teams have not been up to par, up to their own standards, and now here tonight with a chance to take a stepping stone towards something different.
Had a 39-31 lead at the half against Mars Hill, but could not hold on to that. And somebody apart from Jalen Lowry is going to have to step up to help lead the Southern Wesleyan team. Lowry coming in, averaging 11.8 points a game. So far, they might have found their answer in Lamont Smith, who currently all the points you see on the scoreboard, all 9 of those belong to number 13.
Only averaging 3.8 points a game coming in, already tripling his per-game average.
Yeah, way past that already. Here's Tate at the line for 2. And Tate, about a 68% free throw shooter on the season. And gets the first one. On North Greenville's side of things, they need to shore up the defensive efforts that side of the ball. They've allowed 100 points in 3 games already this season, although one of those was against a FCS opponent, Furman. But they allowed 100 points at USC Aiken and then at Anderson. 9-8. Tate went 1 for 2 from the free throw line. A handoff here to number 22, Jalen Lowry. An offensive foul going to be called against the Warriors. It's against number 33, Zaylin Richards. That's his first, team second. As a senior out of Atlanta, Georgia. There's Brooks calling the play, trying to send Mobley in motion to the right. Fires a pass that way to Mobley, pick him up. Mobley trying to go back to Brooks, pass is stolen out of the air by Richards. Here come the Warriors back down the floor. Lamont Smith to the right for Diego Poor. And the crowd having some fun with Diego there. Back to the right, Smith driving in this time, kicks it back to Richards for deep two, bounces up and then drops back in. Have you ever?
No, I have never.
That was a very bizarre shot, but it puts Southern Wesleyan up by 3, and now turnover in backcourt. North Greenville trying to hang on to it. Brooks cannot get it across the timing line, and that's a 10-second call. North Greenville looking a little bit discombobulated to start this game.
And for Brooks, that's not the worst decision in the world. Lost the ball and you were fighting for possession, and instead of giving up a fast break, just give up the 10-second violation and force an offensive set to come out of Southern Wesleyan. Split-second decision, neither are very advantageous, but one is definitely better than the other.
A couple of changes there for head coach Chad Lister, putting number 10, Caleb Arrington, a freshman out of Mount Airy, North Carolina. He'll check into the game. We've also got number 24, Joe Conley, freshman out of Oviedo, Florida, check in. Southern Wesleyan with the ball, though, and a 3-point lead. Poor up top side, drives in a circle. Long two, in and out, no good. Burchett on a jump ball. Yes, jump ball. Arrow points to Southern Wesleyan. Always get excited for a jump ball call, always, because you hardly ever see them, it seems like.
Great, you're seeing Southern Wesleyan on defense, or on offense rather, playing aggressive with these ball movements, forcing switches out of North Greenville, and it's going to be an offensive foul and send it North Greenville's way.
Some contact underneath, official calling the arm check there.
And that's the point I was trying to get at. Southern Wesleyan aggressive with this ball movement, forcing switches out of North Greenville, trying to make it look like North Greenville doesn't have the upper hand is the easiest way to get a foul on that.
Put the foul number 11, Najarius Green, and a nice drive to the basket for NGU. And Burchett catching the left side open. 1-point ball game here, 11-10. Left side pass, Green trying to swing it around the circle, pick up Jeremy Wirt, going back underneath, looking for Richards down the baseline, and Burchett bumping into him, and that's too much contact.
Burchett realized way too late that he did not mark his man correctly on that, and that's just one of those panic fouls. A little bit of a ticky-tack call, but the right one nonetheless.
Still, that's only the first foul against any North Greenville player, and played about 7 minutes there. Southern Wesleyan launching another three over the basket, no good from Green. Burchett bringing it across half court. He'll fire it forward to pick up Brooks. Brooks looking to the right side, Arrington getting his first touch, going back to Burchett, right side, gets it over to Tate down the baseline, nice spin move to the basket.
That's just the different offensive mindsets coming out of here. North Greenville playing with ball movement also, but just trying to force separation and letting one player attack the basket. It's been very successful so far.
Also puts North Greenville back on top, 12-11. Here comes Southern Wesleyan, heavy contact in the lane, turnover, and then it's picked back up by McLean. McLean over to the corner, 3-ball on the way, off the rim, no good. Kobe Tate there for the rebound. Long pass down to Burchett, left side. And they'll move it back to Brooks. Brooks looking to Conley. Conley at the free throw line, fires a jumper, hits it, easy shot there for the 6'8" freshman.
Saw the mismatch, had Poor matched on him, just roped right around him.
14-11, 11:45 to go here in the first half. And trying to go for the break down the middle, and it's juggled out of bounds by Zaylin Richards. So a couple of changes there for Southern Wesleyan. They'll bring Lamont Smith back in and Isaac Ford.
Looks like Roderick Howell also checking back into the contest.
Three-point ball game. And the official trying to get the position for the inbound. Southern Wesleyan bringing two forward again on the pressure. North Greenville able to get it away from it. Brooks going back to Burchett, right side. And up top, you find Brooks. Arrington's at the free throw line. Here comes Conley in motion. He'll get the pass. He'll go to Howell, trapped, fired it back up to Brooks, over to Burchett for three. Too short. Time is running out on him. Here comes Southern Wesleyan. Lamont Smith, who has 9 of his team's 11. Over to the left side, Ford in the corner, guarded by Howell. Move it back up top. McLean to the right for Poor. Poor left side. He'll have Ford. All sorts of motion on this team as a three, in and out, no good. That one coming from Lowry.
That's just the thing for Southern Wesleyan. If they can get these shots to drop more consistently, this ball switching, this ball movement and this switching they're forcing on North Greenville is leaving men open. They just can't complete the shots.
Brooks up top, 15 to shoot, hands it off Conley left side, going back to Brooks on the corner. He'll move it back more to his right, 10 to shoot. Brooks in traffic, goes to Conley down the baseline for the basket with 5 to shoot, got it in.
That's the danger for Southern Wesleyan playing these zone defenses here. The timeout's going to be called. Just easy for one player. If they can manipulate it ever so slightly, can cut to the basket. Easy 2 points for North Greenville.
And a timeout called there by Southern Wesleyan, so it'll be their first called timeout of the half. 16-11, North Greenville leading by 5. And it's Daniel Burchett leading the way with 5 points and 3 rebounds here early. Lamont Smith still in control for Southern Wesleyan. Those 9 points coming off those threes. But Southern Wesleyan has not been able to get a 3-ball to drop since Lamont Smith started off going 3 for 3. Since that point, they are 0 for 5. Back in the women's game, we had Southern Wesleyan start off in the first and second quarters. They went 6 for 13 from beyond the arc. They finished the game, I think it was 0 for 10 after that. Southern Wesleyan trailing by 5 as we approach the halfway point of the first half. Warriors trying to chip away at the lead here in the hands of Lowry. Back up top to Ford, right side. 13 Smith over there. Freshman from Lawrenceville, Georgia, starting off 3 for 3. Here's Poor driving in the lane, kicks it out right side. Pick up number 20, 22. That was Lowry down the baseline, and then back over to Smith. Then for 2, got it at the buzzer for Christian McLean. And I thought that basket counted. It didn't register on the scoreboard yet. Now a travel called against North Greenville. 8 turnovers already between the two teams in the first half. As it is 16-13, the bucket not registering on the board for Southern Wesleyan yet, and they'll have a chance to address that here during the media timeout with 9:41 to play. North Greenville leading by 3, 16-13, as we start to work our way into the latter stages of the first half. Tell you what, we'll take a timeout with them, bring it back for the rest of the first half. 9:41 to go, 16-13, North Greenville leads here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network.
Talk to State Farm agent Tiffany Friel today.
.41 to go here in the first half. North Greenville leading Southern Wesleyan by 3. And this conference opener here on this Wednesday, November 28th. Southern Wesleyan looking for their first win of the season. North Greenville looking to break a 5-game losing streak coming into Hayes Gymnasium here tonight. Women's team starting off on the right foot. They get a winner in their conference opener. North Greenville hanging on to a 3-point lead right now. Wesleyan can try and go for the tie if they want to. They will, and miss it short off the hand of McLean. Here comes Ryan Mobley, bring it into front court, fire it up to Howell. Howell back to Mobley, setting the screen for him. Double screen there, including Conley. Back left side for Burchett. Burchett wanting to go Howell underneath, couldn't get it to him. Southern Wesleyan shifting over that way. Now they'll go Arrington for two, missed it short. And then it's stolen by Burchett while Southern Wesleyan was juggling the inbound. Blink and you miss it. And Burchett's got 7 so far. It's 18-13. Southern Wesleyan up top side in the hands of Ford. Back left to pick up McLean. Back up top side, Ford coming in motion, going right side to Poor. Poor up top, now over to McLean. McLean down the lane, guarded by Conley. Nice little alley-oop, rolls in good.
Nice way to fight through several different Crusaders worth of contact.
Now bring up the two-man pressure at the half-court stripe. Arrington able to get away from it to get it to Howell, who goes back to Mobley. Mobley to Burchett. Trying to go underneath Conley, who snuck behind the defense. Nice little spinorama, and it could.
That's something Southern Wesleyan just has to pay attention to. Anytime North Greenville realizes that the man behind the defense, the one that no one's really paying attention to because they're all trying to be ball hawks, they'll just sneak to the hoop, and it's been an easy 2-point game ever since.
Ooh, nice laser shot. Long two from Jalen Lowry. That's his first points of the game. Leading scorer coming in for Southern Wesleyan, picked up 15 last time out for the Warriors. Mobley, right side of the circle. Arrington, long three. Off the rim and then into the shot clock. Dead ball.
Graham, a little intrigued as to why North Greenville's going for the 3-ball when they've had so much success driving towards the lane right now.
Yeah, a ton of success on the paint. You've got, well, now Burchett going back to the bench, but you still got Howell out there. You got Tate, Howell and Tate on the floor. Both of those players we know are very capable of making cuts to the basket if you can get on the ball. And now Burchett's going to stay on the floor, so you got 3 capable players at least. Mobley kind of more your 3-point threat. Brooks, kind of your utility player. He can make a cut if he needs to or stay outside the arc. Mobley trying to go for the turnover. Ball's juggled and then thrown out of bounds off of Howell. Good awareness over there by Christian McLean to throw it out.
It's also a smart play by Howell to realize that North Greenville was the last one to touch it before that scrap anyway.
7:26 left to go. Inbounds will find Richards. Richards around the circle. He'll pick up Lowry left side. Closely guarded by Mobley. Jars the ball loose. Now there's a scramble for it. Still loose. Picked up by Southern Wesleyan. Trying to go to Poor for 3. No good as the shot clock's running down. Southern Wesleyan loses it out of bounds. And they lost it out of bounds before the shot clock violation. So either way, turnover, North Greenville.
Shot clock went off. Ball was out of bounds. Player was out of bounds. Just take your pick.
Anything else? So here we go. 3-point lead for North Greenville. Trying to go for the double team there against Mobley. And fire it off to Brooks. Brooks moving to the right side. Pick up Mobley over there. Looks in the circle. Nothing doing. Back to Brooks. Calls on the play. 10 to shoot. Mobley, screen set by Burchett. Goes back to Brooks. I think about doing something here. 5 to shoot. Brooks puts it up. Hits it on the move. Nice job by the junior guard out of Simpsonville, South Carolina. Transfer out of the SoCon school, Mercer University. Here comes Poor driving the lane against Howell and draws a contact as Poor slides into the backstop.
Well, it's hard to sell that you didn't hit somebody when you don't even make contact with the ball. Howell the guilty party, but great, just keeping up the good play foul-wise for North Greenville and Southern Wesleyan combined. Only the 5th total foul in the contest.
It should only be the first foul against Howell, and it is. This will be 2 shots for Diego Poor. He's averaging about 72% from the line. This will be his first trip today.
Made them both.
It's 22-19, back up to a 3-point ball game where we flipped about that 3 to 5 point lead for North Greenville. Going over to Mobley, trying to navigate that defense for Southern Wesleyan. Howell wide open, standing at the free throw line, goes to Brooks. That allows the defense to catch back up. Here's Mobley.
Still a smart move by Howell. Picked up his dribble, knew if he moved again he was going to get a traveling violation, no matter how wide open he was.
Brooks from the left side wants a 3, off his mark, and then tipped out of bounds by Javon Hunter. Lead North Greenville ball with 6:02 to play in the first.
Now a side out coming here.
Find Brooks and a fresh shot clock for North Greenville. Burchett and Brooks outside the circle, passing it back and forth. Burchett makes it inside, juggles it, and coughs it up to Smith. Lamont Smith there, 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. Takes it down the lane, faked his pass, and went to the glass, missed it high over the basket.
Well, he was trying to get over Howell to avoid the block, but just wide open, missed the window.
Here comes Howell for the jam. Didn't get the jam as he was blocked, but still got it off the glass and in.
And Gray, that's a play 2 years ago Roger Howell's not going to make. We talk about how much foul trouble he's been in earlier in his career, but that was the other aspect of his game. A lot of times he tried to force plays because that three's made by Poor. That just were physically almost impossible to do. Just changes his mind halfway through that shot, gets it off the window, and that's 2 more points to North Greenville, and that's the difference.
And Howell's an emotional guy. I like that in an athlete. Just got to kind of figure out how to control those, and it's paying off right here for Howell. 2-point ball game, though, courtesy of Poor's 3 to keep Southern Wesleyan alive, and bad passing by North Greenville generating a turnover here as the Warriors. 2-on-1. Nice block out of bounds, and then it's out of bounds off of Southern Wesleyan. Fantastic job by DJ Brooks to not give up on the play, and then blocks it out of bounds off of number 5, Javon Hunter.
Just a great play altogether. Has to backtrack. He's backing his way towards the goal and comes across his body for the block, and also banks it off a Warrior. So North Greenville now 2-point lead and the ball, 4:46 to play in the first.
And here we are with a 2-point ball game. North Greenville leading by 2. And Daniel Burchett continuing to lead all scorers, 7 points and 4 rebounds for him in this contest. It's also if I read the article right, it's the holiday hoopla here at Hayes.
That would be correct.
Santa's in the house.
See some Santa, some reindeer, got a elf being a DJ, I think.
Yeah. Now, I'm just curious if that student section starts to get a little rowdy. I have seen Moses ejected from a basketball game before, sticking everything. So I wonder if the officials will have will be Grinch about it and eject Santa.
Or maybe their heart grows 3 times in size. We'll find out.
Yeah. Pretty packed house here at Hayes. Of course, you have the county line clash. Southern Wesleyan really not that far away, about 45 minutes down the road, depending on which way you go. North Greenville trying to close out the month of November with a win. Double screen using Tate and Howell for Brooks. Fires it over to Mobley, looking for Howell, tipped out of bounds, stays with North Greenville. Jeremy Wirt trying to make a play.
It's still advantageous to the Warriors now. North Greenville under the basket. He's going to see a switch in positioning. Roderick Howell going to the far side.
He'll go in motion, try and get a screen block, and Howell going to get whistled for that block. Ran right into his man. And that is Howell's first foul, team's third, as we start back up, 4:30 to go. Breaking them down the baseline, Southern Wesleyan, nice block by Kobe Tate. Howell gets a rebound. I think you're right. That should be the second foul.
Should be the second foul. Also, live stats are on the reporting 4 men on the floor.
It's Kobe Tate driving into the lane, trying to get the pass away to A.J. Myers. Coughs it up to Southern Wesleyan. Up top side in the hands of Wirt. Kicks it back out. Lamont Smith wants the 3. He's got his 4th of the game. And timeout, North Greenville. They want to talk about it. With 3:48 to play. Southern Wesleyan back on top, 25-24.
Well, great. We talked about that defense out of Southern Wesleyan so far today, and just how with the zone pressure, they're leaving lanes open. They've compressed on that. They've tightened these lanes, and now North Greenville just continuously turning this ball over. That 3 to 5 point lead that kept swinging is now 1.
Yeah, North Greenville's had 4 straight turnovers to Southern Wesleyan here in the past 4 or 5 minutes or so. Lamont Smith, North Greenville continues to have no answer for him. He's already with 12 points. Roughly about half of Southern Wesleyan's production, and only a freshman coming in. That defense, Southern Wesleyan dropping 3. And here's Brooks, gets it forward to Howell, over to Mobley, and then back to Brooks as Southern Wesleyan drops back inside the circle. Bring number 5, Hunter, out to challenge the ball, screen by Howell. Brooks back to Tate, 10 to shoot, back to Brooks to the left side, pick up Myers. Myers drives the baseline, contact and a foul against Richards. That's his second.
Just missed the ball. Slap on the wrist is what jarred it loose.
14th foul against Southern Wesleyan, so still a ways to go before any sort of free throw shooting from the line, and we might not even get to it with only 3:23 to go in the half. Myers at the line, rattles the first one in. His first trip to the line and his first points. Myers on the season, 25%. So try and help out his numbers. No good on the second one. We're tied up at 25. Southern Wesleyan will move it forward. Here comes Smith. 4 threes already for him in this half as he hands it off. Go to the left side to pick up Hunter. Hunter driving in against Howell, slings it back right to pick up Lowry for 3, in and out, and then knocked out of bounds by Howell. Will stay with Southern Wesleyan. Warriors searching for the inbound. They do get it away to Lowry. Lowry back up to the right side for Hunter. Almost got a screen there from Ford. Fires it back to Smith. Smith hangs the left side. 3 ball on the way from Hunter. Too short. Kobe Tate picks up a rebound for his 4th rebound. Brooks will bring it into front court. Trying to spin around Javon Hunter over the right side from Myers. Back to Brooks. Burchett making a call for it. Goes in motion as they go left side. Here comes Tate, juggles it, keeps it in play. Drives the baseline, tries the hook shot, and how did he get that one in? He was behind the board.
Why not?
Why not? So Kobe Tate apparently can bend the laws of physics. 27-25, North Greenville with the 2-point lead, 2 minutes to play in the first. Wesleyan handing off to Hunter coming from the left side. Moving up top, down to 10 to shoot. Pick up Lowry right side. Burchett gets tangled up with a defender. In and out, no good on a 3. Offensive board Warriors. Here's Lamont Smith for 5. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled. That would have been his 5th 3 of the game. Instead, he'll head to the line for 3 shots. It's a first foul against DJ Brooks. This will be the first trip for Lamont Smith to the line to earn some points other than a 3. He is a 57% free throw shooter on the season through the 6 games Southern Wesleyan has played. It's right in front of the student section too. That can't be easy. Good on the first one. And should both of these teams get into foul trouble, Southern Wesleyan only dressed 13 to bring here to Tigerville. North Greenville not much better with 11 dressed out to play. So they start racking up fouls. Depth might be an issue as Smith misses a second. So the best they can do is tie at 27. Caleb Arrington will come back in, number 10. Third shot for Smith, bounces in and out, no good. Kobe Tate reaching up for it. It's 27-26, Southern Wesleyan down by 1. Arrington and Brooks trying to get into front court.
And a 10-second call.
It's the second one of the game so far for North Greenville. Got to be aware of the call where you are on the floor.
Southern Wesleyan very good at this 2 to 3 man press, trying to force those. As you said, already the second one called. That one, the first one, more or less a mistake by North Greenville. That time, just lost track of time. Took 11 seconds to get what should have taken 10.
And Coach Lister still talking with the official. And head coach for Southern Wesleyan, Nick Pasqua, has already sat down after making his case.
Well, the call's been in his favor, so nothing really to argue.
Looks like Coach Lister satisfied with the explanation he received, so Southern Wesleyan ball. Looking for the lead here as they hand it off left side to Diego Poor, then to McLean. For the right side, in motion, coming back up top slide, Lowry. Will switch it over to the left, Smith again, going back to Ford, who travels.
And that's just something referees are going to be paying close attention to. Stutter steps when you're trying to get your man off of you. A lot of times you'll take an extra step and not even realize it.
Burchett to the baseline for Tate, puts it off again. Kobe Tate again, getting the crazy shot to go, and one more coming up.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That Burchett-Tate connection seems to be working, so Kobe Tate to the free throw line. He's 1 for 2 already. And a chance here for a three-point play. And too strong, so a 3-point lead for North Greenville with about 1:20 to go in the half. Mont Smith brings it forward, over to the left for Lowry. Lowry in motion, comes Diego Poor. Just hand it right back to Lowry. And they'll go to Ford. Poor coming around from the left, back out to McLean for 3. In and out, no good. Burchett, the rebound. 5th rebound for him. Now under a minute to go. North Greenville's going to have to take at least one shot. They'll go over to Arrington. And back to Brooks. Arrington and Brooks. A catch there. And then over to Tate. Back to Burchett, who comes out from underneath. And to Brooks, 10 to shoot. Got it to Burchett. Trying to split the difference right side. Kicks it out. Brooks for 3. Too short off the rim. Stolen away by Southern Wesleyan. Here come the Warriors. McLean 2-on-1 against Arrington as he rolls it in good. And he'll head to the line for one more. For Christian McLean. Foul should be on Arrington.
Tate lucky not to get checked with a technical right there. Threw the ball against the wall after the foul was called. Got a bit of a talking to from one of the referees, but no whistles blown.
So no good on the 3-point play there for Southern Wesleyan. As still North Greenville going to have to take a shot. 2 seconds the difference. Arrington to Tate in motion. Burchett to Howell for the dunk. Can't get it, but he gets it to roll in. And he'll head to the line for one more. Roderick Howell. That's 2 jams that have been taken away from him, but he's able to get the basket. Now he'll go to the line for a 3-point play as Howell will be his first trip to the line. He isn't able to get it. It's 31-28 with 15 seconds to play in the first. North Greenville leads it. Southern Wesleyan trying to send it into a tie before the half. Poor right side. Brings it up top. Got 5 seconds. Over to the left. They'll bring a man in motion. Lowry underneath. Long 2. In and out. No good. Burchett will rebound. And that takes us to halftime. So North Greenville, courtesy of great plays by Roderick Howell and Kobe Tate. North Greenville have a 3-point lead, 31-28. Carry that into halftime. Take a break with them. Bring it back before the start of the second half. Some numbers to throw at you and some games around the conference here as we start to get into Conference Carolinas play. Score here at the half, 31-28 from Hayes. North Greenville leading here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network.
Wesleyan coming out firing from beyond the arc, 5 of 16, 4 of them made by Lamont Smith. North Greenville, only 12%, but only chucked up 8, made 1.
That's the free throw. Southern Wesleyan 3 of 6, North Greenville 2 of 6. As North Greenville out-rebounding Southern Wesleyan by 1, 19 to 18. And North Greenville losing the turnover battle quite heavily, 9 to 6, including 3 straight. So for the second half, North Greenville hanging on to a 3-point lead, looking for their second win of the season. Southern Wesleyan looking for their first win of the season. And it is oh so imperative you get that 1-0 start in conference play.
And these teams haven't had the best of luck outside of conference play to lead up the season, but we talk about it every year. You come into conference play, it's a whole new ball game. You're starting at 0. You're trying to build your resume as good as possible. And both these teams, 1-5 and 0-6, trying to get off on the right foot and be 1-0 in conference.
Other conference games going on. Conference play doesn't really start until Saturday, December the 1st. King will be taking on Mount Olive. Lees McRae taking on Emmanuel. North Greenville back in action against Barton. Tomorrow you do have Lees McRae taking on Johnson C. Smith. Limestone taking on Coker. Both those matchups on Thursday. We are underway here in the second half. Kobe Tate on the left side. Burchett coming in motion, has the ball go through his hands and back to Southern Wesleyan. Kind of like that. I actually really like that the Fisher-Price dunk contest we had at halftime. Santa did not convert well. And more clock issues. Clock did not start on the inbound.
Hey, but what about that dunk contest?
Yeah, and we had the best dressed contest. Had a gentleman dressed up like a Christmas present in a suit.
Yeah, look good. That dunk contest. Got to give some credit when someone dunks over a 6'8" volleyball player.
Yeah, so winner dunked over Ben Hamshow. That was quite impressive. Be able to do that. Who was holding the rubber ball?
Yeah, Ben might have been sitting down, but still.
And either way,
it's a challenge nonetheless.
Yes. Southern Wesleyan trying to go for the tie, might be trying to go for the tie. They got 10 to shoot. Ball in the hands of McLean. Hands it off right side, down to 5 to shoot. Here comes Lowry driving in. Got to put one up at the buzzer and rattles it out, no good. Too much spin on it, and Southern Wesleyan comes up empty. Here comes North Greenville. Mobley back to Brooks. Over the right side, Mobley for 3. Got it! Second made 3 of the game for North Greenville goes to Mobley. Mobley on the season for North Greenville, normally right around a 40% three-point shooter. Foul going to be called in here against North Greenville, be against Roderick Howell for his second. North Greenville didn't have a team foul called on them in the first half until 12:50 to play, and now they're at 18:50. Poor with it up top side, hands off, number 21, Ford. Ford on the right side, already down to 10 to shoot. Trying to get it back to him. Kobe Tate jumping up for the steal. And then a lob to Howell with the one-handed tip in. Couldn't get the jam, but the nice connection to Roderick Howell.
That's the third or fourth time Howell is an early timeout called by Southern Wesleyan here at 18:25 to go in the second. The third or fourth time Howell's just decided to do something different in midair, and it's worked out.
That was just a breakdown in coverage by Southern Wesleyan as they call timeout here with 18:25 left to play in the second half. North Greenville starting the half on a 5-0 run. Mobley 3, Roderick Howell tip in. Has North Greenville now shooting over 60% from the floor. That also will give Howell 8 on the night. 8 points, 2 rebounds for him. Came in averaging 12 and a half. It's also good to have the band back. I was starting to miss them.
It's just a good atmosphere in here tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, students coming off Thanksgiving break. Of course, we've got exams coming up too. Never much like those, but anyway.
Hey, aren't you glad we don't do those anymore?
Yes. 36-28 coming out of the timeout. North Greenville leads this one. This was a point in the women's game. This would be about the third. We would be in about the third quarter for the women's game. North Greenville's outscored Southern Wesleyan in the women's game 16-5 in that third quarter. North Greenville trying to drop the hammer here for the start of the second half and put Southern Wesleyan in a hole.
And the men's team hasn't had as much luck at doing that. Women's team has had very widespread margins as that three's made. Very widespread margins in quarters, either for or against them. But for North Greenville on the men's side, it's been really a lot of playing just slightly behind the competition for 40 minutes.
Jeremy Work cashing in that three. Here comes Mobley for another one. Can't get it. Tate going for the rebound, draws the foul. It's 36-31 off the three from Southern Wesleyan. Now 6 of 17. Inbound coming up as a second foul against Diego Poor. Wesleyan also going to bring Zaylin Richards back in.
And Richards, for the most part, the answer to Roderick Howell so far is that inbounds is up and a foul's called.
Howell trying to put it up one-handed, and he drew the contact. Yes, he did. This will be a shooting foul. First one against number 13, Lamont Smith. And Howell to the line for 2 shots. 0 for 1 from the line so far. Gets the first one. Wonder if we picked that up from Furman. Howell good for both of them, and it's 38-31. I guess we also found the static wave too. Doesn't seem to distract Southern Wesleyan though. Maybe it did. Burchett able to get the turnover and then sling it behind his back. Alley-oop to Kobe Tate. Drives to the basket. Can't make the shot, but he gets it back for a second chance.
That's just a shame.
What just happened?
Daniel Burchett's not going to be credited with an assist on that play. And you're going to see some complaint for some contact here on the left-hand side from Southern Wesleyan.
That deserves a Sports Center moment.
It's a great play out of Burchett. Able to know from the limited vision he has that he's there 2 or to his right, which means the other 2 are streaking behind him on the far side. Just tosses it up, hopes one of them can get to it. Absolutely successful.
He had a behind-the-back pass. He had a behind-the-back dribble and then a no-look pass that somehow managed to find Kobe Tate in time. So now a 9-point lead for North Greenville. This is their largest of the game. Jeremy Word up top side, going to the left side to Poor, 10 to shoot, drives in free throw line and too much on it. And the rebound lost out of bounds, last touch by Tate after a collision with Jeremy Word. That was lots of contact. Both of them went to the floor. I'm kind of surprised there wasn't a foul called on somebody. Inbound going to find Diego Poor. Gets us back underway. Fresh shot clock for Southern Wesleyan. Poor trying to get some motion. Nobody for Southern Wesleyan in the circle. Now they send a man down the baseline. That was McLean as a 3. Misfires in and out from Lamont Smith. Here comes Burchett into front court. Looking right. Goes that way to pick up Brooks. Brooks back left side. Has Mobley. Mobley left side going underneath. Kobe Tate open and fouled. That hole closed up quick on Kobe Tate. And let's see, is it going to be a shooting foul as we have some talking? Zaylin Richards not too happy with North Greenville's style of play. And
And a technical foul called as well.
And that one, yes, will be against Richards for his third. Can't do stuff like that. We were just talking about controlling emotions in the first half. So it's going to be 2 shots here for Kobe Tate for the foul. Misses the first one. Tate one for 4 from the line.
Right, that's just exactly it. We talked about Roger Cowell specifically controlling emotion, and we're just seeing Zaylen Richards and a couple other Warriors letting just some ticky-tack calls get to their head just a bit.
Tate good on the second one, though. It's 41-31. 10-point lead for North Greenville, still early in the second half. So Wesleyan going to the right side. Jeremy Richards, who stays in the ball game there with 3 fouls. Back to work, then over to Lowry for 3, hits it. Lowry's starting to heat up. He went 0 for 3, and that's his. I believe that's his second made one of the game. No, it should be his first. 41-34 now is Burchett driving into the lane. A no-look pass to Mobley to Brooks for 3. Too short on it. Tate gets the rebound, rips away from a defender, puts it up in. Kobe Tate playing hard. He's got 12 now for the game. Trying to go underneath for Lowry. Nice pass from Poor. Lowry trapped on the baseline, able to get it back to Poor. Poor goes over to Smith, and in the corner 3 for Wirt, hits it. Now all of a sudden, where are the threes coming for Southern Wesleyan? Burchett, nice dribbles here, tried to get it to Tate, turns it over. 4-on-3 here for Southern Wesleyan. Now everybody catches up. Poor firing over to Smith, drives in, kicks it over to Wirt. And a blocking foul going to be called against Burchett. Burchett trying to plead his case that he was established.
But, Gray, honestly, that might be a bad break for Southern Wesleyan. Had a wide open 3-point shooter, and that wipes away that opportunity.
That they did. They had a man wide open left wing. Instead, they're going to have to settle for the inbound. Second foul against Burchett. Layup in and good for number 22, Jalen Lowry. Just like that, it went from a 10-point ball game to a 4-point ball game. With Greenville not scored in over a minute. Now Southern Wesleyan going to get called for the blocking foul. That's on Diego Poor for his third. There's a couple of Warriors already up to 3 fouls, Richards and Poor. 5 minutes into the second half. Brooks up top, going over to Burchett. Burchett looking to Howell, 10 to shoot. Kicks it back. Arrington, nice no-look pass to Tate, and put one-handed finish.
Tate just floats up in the air on that one and just throws it down with all the force he can.
Okay, I want that as a SportsCenter moment too.
How many clipping today?
We're not worthy. That was pretty. Now Southern Wesleyan, let's see if they can answer that from Tate. Richards over to Lowry, left side. Poor, thought about 3, drives in, tries the floater, missed it short. Richards juggles it out of bounds, and luckily it caught a piece of Arrington on the way out.
And that's going to take us to media.
14:21 to go here in the second half. Nice finish by Kobe Tate as North Greenville up by 6, 45-39 here in the second half on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. back here for the second half. 14:21 left to play. And Alan over here, I don't know what you're doing. I think you lost control.
I never had control.
Yeah, that's true. 6-point lead for North Greenville, 45-39. Nice finish by Covey Tate at the right end. Southern Wesleyan's going to set up for the inbound here. They have 6 seconds to get a shot off. Looking for the inbound. Warriors searching. They floated up to Lowry. Lowry's got to fire a shot quick and travels.
And great, these mental mistakes just piling on for the Warriors right now. Technical fouls, turnovers, traveling violations, and this lead just continues to expand for North Greenville.
North Greenville got up to a 10-point ball game. Southern Wesleyan went on a 6-0 run. Now North Greenville trying to settle things down as they work toward the midpoint of the half. Burchett down the baseline, looking to Tate, through his hands, out of bounds, and off of Tate. Tate in traffic there, guarded by number 22, Jalen Lowry, the sophomore guard out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And Southern Wesleyan can make this lead evaporate quickly. They are 8 for 20 from beyond the arc. The fact that they have put up 23s is impressive and made 8.
Well, Gray, we mentioned it earlier. Southern Wesleyan averaging 8.3 threes a game, already at that mark, just barely into the second half.
And a floater goes in for Jalen Lowry, the leading scorer for the Warriors. I'll give him 7 on the night. Burchett brings it into front court, over to Brooks. Now Arrington gets involved. Left wing for Arrington, looking underneath, goes back to Brooks. Burchett at the free throw line. Brooks testing the left side, goes to Arrington for the 3. Missed it short. Rebound will go to Southern Wesleyan, picked up by Wirt.
You're seeing a bit of a different mentality, a lot more small ball played out of Southern Wesleyan. North Greenville with the clear height advantage, but that means Southern Wesleyan gets the speed advantage on any turnovers they're able to force.
Richards will hand off to Poor up top side, goes back right to Wirt in motion, driving in against Conley, and Conley gets the block, but he also picks up a foul. As against Conley for his first. Conley having a good night with 6 points. Trying to get some production out of one of the many freshmen on this North Greenville roster. Wirt hits the first one. This will be his first trip to the free throw line tonight. Roderick Howell will come back in. Covey Tate gets a breather.
Now even more of a height advantage for North Greenville.
Howell 6'6", Conley 6'8", still on the floor. Tate 6'6" as well. And already I think we've had more fouls than we did in the first half combined.
We absolutely have.
5 against Southern Wesleyan, 4 against North Greenville, and that's kind of slowed things down here and really making the second half kind of lurch along. Burchett left side will pick it back up to Brooks. Right side, Arrington. Arrington looking underneath Conley. Conley tipped on the baseline, turns it over to Poor.
See, this is the small ball mentality that's going to help Southern Wesleyan. These transition plays.
Smith trying to drive in, thinking about 3 again. He's made 4 of them and kicks it over to Poor, back to Richards. Now Wirt. Wirt up top side, faked underneath, kicked it back out to Poor. 10 to shoot. Poor driving in against Brooks, goes to Wirt, got 5 to shoot. Drives the lane. A foul called in against number 24, it's Conley again.
Grabbed the arm, he was going to get beat on the way to the hoop.
Second foul against Conley, and the last 2 have been on number 24. And the inbound reached out of the air by Lowry, then blocked by Brooks, and then juggled by Howell. Falls back into the hands of Lowry. No foul called. Poor with 10 to shoot, kicks it over to Smith. Smith guarded by Howell, goes back to Richards. Got 5 to shoot, over the head of Burchett, misses, and rebounded by Roderick Howell. Roderick Howell, 4 rebounds, 10 points. Still 12 minutes to go. Brooks over to Burchett, looking Howell's way. Back up top to Brooks for 3. He misses it short. 12th attempted 3 for North Greenville. They have still only made 2. Back over the left side, Poor. Traffic jam in the lane, gets it Richards. Then back to Lowry for 3. Too strong. Offensive board though to Wirt. Picks it back up. He'll go to Smith for 3. No good on that one. Arrington with the rebound. Arrington driving, going to take it himself, and a blocking foul called against the Warriors.
Arrington trying for the Euro step to get around his man. And it looks like Jalen Lowry just not able to set himself in time. That'll be the 6th foul against this Warriors team. Next one means 1-1 for the Crusaders.
Southern Wesleyan has chipped away at the lead down to 2. The first foul there against Lowry. North Greenville will line up for an inbound. Goes to Howell, tipped, picked up by Burchett. Burchett in trouble, gets it back to Howell. They've got a man wide open up top. It's Mobley. Instead, Burchett will bring it out of danger. Now they go over to Mobley left side. Back to Howell, wide open free throw line jumper. Too strong. Ball tipped, lands in the hands of Poor, and then gets sandwiched between Howell and Brooks. Who are they going to call the foul on? And of course, they put it on Howell for his 3rd. If anything, probably would hate to be called on North Greenville, but it might be called on Brooks as he kind of had the hip check. Here comes Wirt right side, trying to get the pass over to Lowry. Sends Wirt in motion, back to him for 3 from the corner, hits it. Well, in the first half it was Lamont Smith, now it's Jeremy Wirt. He's 3 for 5, and Southern Wesleyan leads by 1. Burchett right side up to Brooks. Mobley thought about 3, drives in, kicks it over Burchett. He thought about 3, gets in trouble, gets it to Brooks for 3. No dice. Rebound Wirt, who seems to be doing it all now for Southern Wesleyan.
Burchett trying to get another steal.
Drops back in coverage as Poor to Richards. Richards going underneath, and that was Lowry breaking free underneath.
Great, we talked a lot about these switches that Southern Wesleyan's forcing on North Greenville. They're starting to find their mismatches. They're starting to figure out how to get the tall man on the short man, the quick man on the slow man, and anything that could work to their advantage.
North Greenville in a 5+ minute scoring drought. And here comes Kobe Tate's got the finish. He was just standing on the baseline wide open. Nobody was covering him.
That's the second or third time that zone defense the Warriors keep putting out. They keep getting caught, 5 men staring at the ball, just someone standing behind them right at the hoop. That one worse than some other tries.
Richards hands off to Lowry left side. So far it's been the Lowry-Wirt show. Here comes Richards down the baseline in the corner, Poor. Over to Smith, down the lane for the floater, missed it short. Got a foul called.
Offensive. Looks like Burchett able to pick up the charge.
And it is against Lamont Smith for his 2nd. And that will take us to the 2nd media timeout. 9:21 to play. Tight ball game. Southern Wesleyan leading by 1, 48-47. And the game's not over. Turn the scoreboard back on. Well, we'll take a timeout with them. 48-47 here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. .21 to go in the ball game. Southern Wesleyan leading North Greenville 48-47. North Greenville led by as much as 10 earlier in the half. Southern Wesleyan using a 5+ minute scoring drought from the Crusaders to momentarily take the lead. And then Kobe Tate got it back with a nice 2-handed slam.
I mean, if you're going to go on a scoring drought, might as well cap it off with something to excite the crowd, but North Greenville took it to the media timeout almost immediately afterwards, and the crowd's kind of quieted down just a bit.
DJ Brooks over to Burchett. 9 minutes to go. Back right side, Mobley for 3. In and out, no good. has been a negative night for three-point shooting in both the men's and women's game. As Lowry going for the layup, missed it, draws the foul.
That's got to be a little bit annoying for Daniel Burchett. Had to sell out to get the foul, but the shot would have missed anyway.
This will put Lowry at the free throw line. This will be his first trip, and hits the first one. Mobley going to take a seat, bring in A.J. Myers for North Greenville. Lowry, about a 73% free throw shooter for Southern Wesleyan. And good on them both, 50-47. Both teams now in at least a single bonus. And Southern Wesleyan shifting back into that forward press where they bring three up. Burchett right side. Brooks up top, Myers to the left. Back to Burchett, still on the right. Brooks up top, trying to drive in, wanting to go to Myers, well covered. He'll instead go to Burchett, drives in, a right-handed floater doesn't do, but how about Kobe Tate there to back him up?
Great, this might be the best display of team basketball we've seen out of North Greenville all season. Just following up misses, just helping each other out, and it's worked to just about perfection so far.
Hey, always follow your shot, but if you can't do that, have somebody there to help you out. 10 to shoot for Southern Wesleyan, passing outside the circle. Pour for three, off the mark to the right. Battle for the rebound, kept in by Southern Wesleyan, who tried to throw it off Howells, picked it up.
So now North Greenville 5 on 4.
Here comes Burchett, back to Tate, tried the floater, can't get it to go, and he'll draw the foul. He wanted the slam, but he'll take the contact. So send Kobe Tate to the line. He's 2 for 5. And the first foul against Jeremy Wirt, who has been the second half jump starter for Southern Wesleyan. Wirt 13 points and 6 rebounds. First one rattles out for Tate. Too much spin. And Coach Pasquale going to make a couple of changes here. Isaac Ford back in and Christian McLean back in. Wirt and Richards will have a seat. Tate good on the second one. We're tied at 50.
Nice to Southern Wesleyan selling out on just about complete small ball right now.
Pour on the left side with it. If I can get my directions right, he'll go into the corner. Three on the way from Ford. Missed it short. Brooks picks up the rebound. He'll move it forward for North Greenville.
Now Tate and Howell are going to have the advantages down low.
Howell trying to get the block against Ford. Myers over to Tate, juggles it. And a charge called against North Greenville. And it's against Myers for his first. Charge called there against A.J. Myers. Clean up the floor. Where Tate collided with the Southern Wesleyan defender. Still 7:25 to play. Tied up at 50 apiece. Smith will move it up for Southern Wesleyan. Go right side. Pick up Lowry, then Ford. Poole trying to go underneath. Myers guarding there against Lowry. Lowry on the fadeaway though, hits it. Able to get it over the head of the 6'2" Myers, and Southern West will now lead by 2, 7 to play. Burchett, Brooks, Myers to Tate down the baseline. Tate back to Burchett, coming in motion. Nice little right-handed hook, does not go anywhere. Here comes Smith, guarded by Brooks. Goes right side to pick up Pour. Pour looking for Lowry, blocked by Howell, picked up by Ford, blocked again by Kobe Tate. Here comes Burchett to Howell, couldn't get the alley-oop, kicks it out to Brooks for 3. Can't get that. Howell tips the rebound, he'll haul it in, fire it out to Brooks, 3 again. Can't do it. Howell almost got another rebound, but ripped away by number 13 Smith, who's getting tangled up with Burchett. That pretty much describes the ball game right there for North Greenville. In the form of missed opportunities. Roderick Howell, though, doing a good job with the rebounds. Here comes Kobe Tate, got the steal into front court and finishes home. Kobe Tate with a human highlight reel tonight, and he gets the ball stuck in the net.
Kobe Tate just third dunk of the contest, and all of them really ignited the crowd. And that one to tie it up at 52.
Kobe Tate has 21 points of those 52. Poor on the left side. Game coming down to the wire. In the hands of Lowry, driving in against Myers, kicks it back out to Smith. Over to Poor left side, 10 to shoot. Goes back to Ford, hand right back to Poor, one to flip back to Ford, nothing doing. Kicks it out Smith, 5 to shoot, spins underneath, here comes McLean, who draws the contact.
That'll be the fourth foul on Roderick Howell.
And yes, sir, it is. Now it's decision time. Do you leave Howell in and try and play this one to the finish? Because you really need Roderick Howell. You do still have Kobe Tate out there.
A.J. Myers played a very good game as well.
Coach Lister already thinking ahead, getting ready to bring in Joe Conley. First free throw missed by McLean. 0 for 1, that'll make him 0 for 2. So Joe Conley will come in for the 4 fouls Howell. Howell to the bench here with 5:27 to go. Good on the second one though, so 53-52. Southern Wesleyan once again leads by 1.
Now this is the opportunity. Now Southern Wesleyan subbing in their big man, Jeremy Wirt, back in. And with Howell out, this is the chance.
Kobe Tate from the free throw line hits it. North Greenville retakes the lead. And Kobe Tate has 23 on the night. Stat line for Kobe Tate reads pretty well, but can North Greenville hold off Southern Wesleyan? McLean right side hands it off to Lowry. Back left, Smith and Poor waiting over in the corner. Back over to the right. McLean pump faked on the 3, drives in, gets Conley out of position and lays it up. Joe Conley's momentum kept it going. 55-54, Southern Wesleyan going to have at least one more stoppage here. As Burchett, right side. Had Conley open underneath. Now that hole closes up quickly as Kobe Tate mishandled the pass. Turnover, Southern Wesleyan, and a chance to extend the lead. Costly turnovers late. That's North Greenville's 15th. There's Lowry left side, goes to Richards. Richards hands off to Poor in motion to right side. Pick up McLean. Now Lowry with 10 to shoot. Back up to Richards. Left coming in motion is Smith. Down to 5 to shoot. Here's McLean right side driving in against Conley. And Conley gonna get called for the foul.
And I understand not wanting to let your man get to the hoop, but there's only 3 seconds on the shot clock. Just back up.
First foul against the second foul against Conley. 10th team foul against North Greenville. So Southern Wesleyan with a couple more advantages in North Greenville right now. They will be.
Finally got me, Ben.
What's that, Rick?
The Clark Street crater, the mother of all potholes. For decades, it's tormented the people of this town. They try to fill it, but it always returns. Got me good.
But you know State Farm's got you too.
You ain't nothing.
Are you trash talking a pothole?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Tiffany Friel at 864-457-202.
4:04 left, time not found here in the second half. 55-54, Southern Wesleyan with the lead and the ball. Free throws should be coming up for the Warriors as they have hit 10. As North Greenville has hit 10 team fouls. The second one against Joe Conley pushing them off the mark. So North Greenville's got to be careful. Down what could be 3 by the time it's all said and done.
Roderick Howell coming back onto the floor, sitting on 4 fouls, so it could be a double whammy in a wrong situation for North Greenville.
Greenville led at the half 31-28. Southern Wesleyan outscoring them right now 27-23. McLean at the line, misses the first one. Move him to 1 and 4. Good on the second one though, so it's a 2-point ball game, 56-54. Wesleyan in the double bonus for the final 4 minutes to play. Mobley left side. Gets the motion down the baseline. It's Brooks. He'll get the pass. Brooks back into the corner for Burchett. Burchett back to Brooks. Slings it on right side. Mobley for 3. Hits it. Got it for Mobley. 57-56. North Greenville leads. Here comes Smith over to the right side. Southern Wesleyan pass over to Richards. Back to McLean into the corner. Pick up Lowry. And over to Richards. Poor coming out from underneath. Poor drives in from the top side. Kicks it over to Smith. Back over to Lowry for 3. That is off the mark. Rebound Burchett. 8th rebound for Burchett to go along with his 7 points. Roderick Howe in double figures. Kobe Tate sitting at 23. North Greenville trying to hang on, extend the lead. Brooks wants 3. He got it!
That bow and arrow out of him. Shot in the dagger.
60-56 and timeout, Southern Wesleyan.
Great, just go back to that play. Coming out of DJ Brooks, just a smart move. Looked right, saw a double team, looked left, saw a double team, realized no one was on him.
North Greenville's been pretty quiet from beyond the arc. 2 made 3s up until that point. Then we have 1 from Mobley and Brooks.
Southern Wesleyan still dominating the 3-point department, but just out of sheer volume.
Yeah, you put up enough, some of them's going to go in. They also have 1, 2. They have 4 players in double figures. Smith with 12. McLean's got 10. Lowry's got 13. And Wirt's got 13.
You mentioned that Kobe Tate, 23 on 10 of 11 shooting. The 7 rebounds not harming the cause at all. Roderick Howell, 10 and 5, not bad either.
That's going to come down to rebounding. Southern Wesleyan, both teams have 30, but Southern Wesleyan, I'd give them the advantage due to the fact they have 11 offensive boards to only 5 for North Greenville.
And that's just one of those stats you look, and a lot of times, if you out-rebound a team, you're going to have more opportunities. You have more opportunities, you're going to have a higher score. It's just how it works.
And here comes another 3 from this one from Christian McLean. That's his first made 3 of the game.
And that'll be 10 for Southern Wesleyan, half their points.
Have come from the 3. Ooh. Burchett on the left side, passing up top to Brooks, whose 3 has North Greenville up by 1. Mobley blocked, trying to go for the pass. Now Southern Wesleyan, McLean, left side, cuts it down the middle, and a foul going to be called, I believe, on Brooks. And it is. His second. This will put McLean at the line, and this is where Southern Wesleyan can not only retake the lead, they can put the game away here on free throws. McLean on the first one, in and out.
But that's just the thing. That's 9 of 15 from the line as a team. North Greenville may have put the Warriors in the double bonus, but that really hasn't accounted for all that much.
And you're exactly right. Does get the second one, so we're tied at 60. Of course, we could be looking at overtime. Have to say it dramatically.
It's the only way you can say it.
Approaching 2 minutes to go, tied up at 60. Who wants to win it in regulation, or do we want some extra basketball? Brooks up top, fires it to the right, 10 to shoot, Mobley. Brooks calling back to Mobley, 5 to shoot. Mobley trying to get an open look, steps back, fires along 2, misses the rim. Howell gets it, spins for the basket. And gets a shot clock violation.
Just an unlucky break. Mobley able to chuck it up, just not able to graze any piece of iron. So that good play on the rebound from Roderick Howell, not for anything.
About 90 seconds left in regulation. Basket here would give Southern Wesleyan the lead. Poor moving up topside. The free throw line kicks it out. McLean now over to Smith. Back to Richards, 10 to shoot, over to Lowry. Lowry trying to get around Mobley, runs into traffic, slings it over to Poor for three, and he's got it. Southern Wesleyan heating back up from beyond the arc, kind of went cold there about in the middle part of the game. Now North Greenville needs a three to answer.
Not necessarily just yet. 1:07 to play. Easy enough, North Greenville can get a 2 for 1.
Howell double team, kicks it out to Mobley. Mobley back over to Brooks for three. Got it! Timeout called.
They're asking for more time on the clock. And we'll reset to 59.8.
Well, when you need a hero, DJ Brooks stepping up, tied at 63. 3 more seconds added back onto the clock. So here we go in the final minutes. Do we have a winner in regulation, or are we looking at overtime? Up top, Richards going to go right side, pick up McLean. Got 15 to shoot. Poor, guarded by Burchett. Back over to McLean. Now here's Lowry with 10 to shoot. Lowry trying to break around Mobley. Back out to McLean for three. Misses short. Chased into the corner. Rebound kept alive by Southern Wesleyan. Richards back over to Poor, and they're going to have to take a shot. 2 seconds of difference, and timeout, Southern Wesleyan.
If there's any silver lining in giving up that offensive rebound, it's exactly what you're pointing out. That 2.5 second difference in shot and game clock will force a shot out of Southern Wesleyan, and North Greenville guaranteed an opportunity to respond if they can get the rebound.
Now it becomes a kind of a situation of who's going to blink first. Does North Greenville force Southern Wesleyan to get the early shot, or is it in the worst case for North Greenville if you go ahead and foul them, send them to the line?
But the way Southern Wesleyan's been shooting, yes, they're at 2 shots, but about 65% from the line, 2 out of every 3, just about. That's going to be a decision made by Coach Lister and this North Greenville team. Do they let them take the shot? But in a tie game, even a 3-point shot doesn't guarantee you can't respond.
Yeah, not the way Southern Wesleyan's been shooting tonight. 11 for 28 from beyond the arc. North Greenville's 5 of 18. Of course, on the next, if we have a foul or another time stoppage, the shot clock will turn off as we are under 30 seconds.
Well, that's also assuming that happens after 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, you got to think about that as well. So Southern Wesleyan ball, tied at 63, 27.5 seconds to go. 25 seconds straight on the shot clock.
Now North Greenville going to pressure hard and guard every man as tight as possible, but try not to foul. Watch Roderick Howell be the one that the Warriors try and go against.
Yeah, if there's going to be one they pick on, it's going to be Howell. Here we go, ready for the inbound. Going to go into backcourt, clock will start. Southern Wesleyan looks like they're going to try and run it down as much as possible with Smith. Smith heading over to the right side, picks up McLean, going over to Lowry. 10 to shoot as he drives in, puts up the free throw line jumper, in and out, no good. Tate's got the rebound, 10 seconds to get down the floor. Here comes North Greenville under 5, got to put a shot up. Brooks with the free throw jumper, misses short, going into overtime.
Not a bad play. 9 seconds play, had to get down the court, and just a reminder, neither of these teams have played in overtime yet this season, but the thing we keep talking about, this foul count does not reset. Double bonus for Southern Wesleyan. North Greenville still sitting at the single, 2 away from the double.
So let's reset things for overtime, tied at 63. Kobe Tate leading the way for North Greenville, 23 points for him. Brooks has 10. Howell's got 10, but Howell's on 4 fouls. For Southern Wesleyan, Smith has 12, McLean with 14, Lowry with 13, and Wirt with 13.
Right, this team's getting here two completely different ways. Southern Wesleyan living and dying by the three-pointer, 11 of 28. North Greenville just pure field goal percentage. You know, it's not often you see this. Southern Wesleyan 37% from the field, North Greenville 55%, tied at 63.
This is, no matter result, this is the night North Greenville needed on the floor. They have had trouble getting shots to land. So far, looking pretty good tonight.
Now here with overtime, we will set the clock back to 5 minutes. We're still tied after that. Go into double and take as many times as it takes. We're going to start off tip-off here. New ball game, Griff.
Well, at least five minutes of a new one. It'll be Roderick Howell going up against Jeremy Wirt on the tip-off line. Let's try it again. Five minutes in overtime begins now. Howell wins the opening tip-off. North Greenville with a chance to strike first.
Clock still hasn't started.
Already played through regulation and still with the clock trouble. Get the clock reset. A whole 2 seconds ran off. Well, here we go. Brooks over to Burchett. Brooks up top side, finds Mobley right side. Trying to get some motion underneath. Burchett pump faked on the three, brought it back down. Drives in, kicks it over to Mobley. That pass tipped out of bounds, and it's last touch by Mobley.
Just human nature. You have it tipped over your head, you're going to reach for it. Realistically, would have been better served to just let it run out.
Smith will bring it into front court, kick it over to Poor. Poor Richards. I think that's a bookstore. And here comes Poor down the baseline, kicks it over to Lowry. Smith, and then back outside the circle, all the way around the baseline, all the way around the circle, really. So Wesleyan got to fire one here, and hitting a three is Lowry. All well for Southern Wesleyan right now, but if they ever run into a team that can stop the three, they're going to be in trouble.
Well, already shooting way above their average, shooting +4 on their season average for three.
Here comes Brooks with the floater, missed it, and Tate can't get the flush, can't get it on the second chance either. Overtime belonging to Southern Wesleyan, it looks like.
Now this is going to be a crucial possession for North Greenville. Try and keep this at one possession.
Roderick Howell still on the floor with his 4 fouls. Richards over to Poor. Back up top, pick up Wirt. Smith over to Richards, down to 5 to shoot, trying to get tangled up with his own man. Lowry juggles it, goes to Wirt, got to put it up at the buzzer, and it does not hit the rim. Shot clock violation.
Absolutely wonderful execution out of North Greenville on that possession. Just played tight man-to-man defense.
And Southern Wesleyan, they've been doing that all game. They have been running the shot clock down and forcing shots. There's Brooks over to Tate, then Mobley with a screen by Howell for 3, too much. Burchett tries to get the rebound, ball still loose, scramble for it, and it's picked up by Southern Wesleyan. That ball hit a 180 reversal. Now here comes Southern Wesleyan up 3, trying to tack on more. Making a multi-possession game with under 3 to play in overtime. Poor on the right side, wanting a screen set by Wirt, doesn't get it, kicks it out over to Lowry. 10 to shoot, Richards. Wirt back to Poor right side, coming in motion to the free throw line. Richards on the jumper, misses. Burchett with the rebound. That'll be 8 for him. Here comes North Greenville, 2:30 to go in overtime. Brooks back right side to pick up Mobley, back to Brooks.
And again, for North Greenville, not necessarily needing a three, but going to take one here.
Brooks for three, can't get it. Howell snatching the rebound, kicks it out to Mobley. Fresh shot clock here, down by 3.
You see right there, top of your screen, Coach Lister calling for 2 on the play.
See if they follow the order. Mobley, clock down to 15 to shoot. Howell at the free throw line. Drives in, is going to try the right-hander and get it in. Look at 66-65 with 2 to go. Roger Cowell now what should be up to 12 points for him, 6 rebounds. Try and get a stop here, screen set for Lowry over to the right side. He'll put it in the hands of Smith. Back to Richards, left side Lowry, hand in his face for 3, can't get it. Rebound tip, knocked out of bounds by Brooks. Close call there on the knock out of bounds, but it'll stay with Southern Wesleyan and another chance for the Warriors. Inbound sails to Poor. And Poor will move it back, now move it up. Top of the circle, pick up Wirt. Hand off to Smith. Back into the corner, Wirt guarded by Howell. Now Southern Wesleyan starting to snap the quick passes together. Hand off to Lowry, now back to Wirt. Over to Poor, got 10 to shoot. Drives in, contact with Brooks. A blocking foul going to be called on Brooks for his third.
Great, we've mentioned it. Southern Wesleyan not having a great night from the line, not really all that bad. And even if the Warriors are able to sink both of these, it's still only a 3-point contest.
And short on the first one. Diego Poor 2 for 2 from the line. That is no more. One more coming up. Doesn't get it either. Stays at a 1-point ball game. 66-65 with a minute to go in overtime. North Greenville Southern Wesleyan trying to pick up their first conference win of the season. Southern Wesleyan looking for their first win all season. Burchett, left side, drives in, going to try the long 2, misses completely. Now Southern Wesleyan with an opportunity. Make it either a 3-point game or a 4-point game. Richards up top. Hands off right side to Poor. Diego Poor gets around Mobley. Goes over to Lowry. 10 to shoot for Smith, or for number 32, Wirt. Here's Poor again, left side. Kicks it up top, Richards. Richards brings Smith in motion. 5 to shoot. Gets it back to Wirt. Kicks it back. A long heave by Smith. Misses wide right. Shot clock violation.
Bad situation for Lamont Smith. Tried to sell the contact, and now shot clock off. 20.3, North Greenville with the ball. Down 1.
Now you can wait and take the last shot to keep Southern Wesleyan from making another, and take a timeout here. Coach Lister will for North Greenville. This is when you draw up your play that you know will work. 66-65, 15.2 left to play in what is now overtime. Quite a good one here from Hayes. Both these teams battling for conference to start off a conference slate, all on the right foot. A decision time here for North Greenville. Who are you going to give the ball to?
Well, if you're looking at this game and you've seen everything so far, it's hard not to say Kobe Cade.
He has been the man. He has been the man to follow. 23 points. He's a rebound away from a double-double. Not sure if he can get that in his final 15.
You never know.
That is true. I've seen very strange things at North Greenville sporting events.
So this is just going to be the situation. North Greenville, pretty much, if they can run the shot clock down low enough, any shot wins this game. But that's the tricky thing. You have to get the shot off.
50% from the floor, almost 51.
But you look at some of these other statistics, 25% from beyond the arc, so Southern Wesleyan knows this. They're more than likely going to see North Greenville try and crash towards the basket. And as a team that hasn't had a great free throw shooting night either, North Greenville only 6 of 12, actually having a worse night than Southern Wesleyan.
So Burchett's going to inbound, more than likely to DJ Brooks. Clock starts, here we go. Brooks brings it over the right side, down to 10. Brooks, top side, can't get around his man. Clock down to 6, Mobley in trouble, 5 seconds. Mobley spins, still in trouble, 2 seconds. Mobley puts it up short, can't get it to go, and it's out of bounds.
And out of time.
Well, hang on a second.
Wait, that might have been a good luck play for North Greenville. If they're able to be called out of bounds on that, they can pressure this inbounds pass, and this game isn't over yet.
Now, how much time are we going to put back on the clock? It won't be much, if any. Maybe like a second.
Well, if I know my rules correctly, you need 3/10 to get a shot.
And we got 3/10.
Anything less than that, you have to tip it in. So North Greenville has a chance, albeit slim.
That was a very strange way to unofficially end this game, but new life as we continue on. North Greenville's going to be back in action Saturday against Barton and Wilson, North Carolina. Southern Wesleyan, should they be able to hold on and pick up their first win of the season, they will take their winning streak and put it on the line. Now, if I click the right thing here.
It happens.
Trying to work it on a tablet with bad internet does not help. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you try to get the web page to work. You try that. No, of course, whatever. I call foul, boo.
Okay.
Yeah, try and get it to load now. So 0.3 of a second to go. Kobe Tate going to pressure the inbound against Jalen Lowry. Lowry looking for the inbound, and North Greenville going to try and foul, but it's not in time. So will that do it for us? Yes, it will. So time runs out on North Greenville's comeback, 66-65. In overtime, Southern Wesleyan wins it. They will improve to 1-6 overall as the Warriors pick up their first win of the season. North Greenville will fall to 1-6 overall. More importantly, it's the first conference win of the season for Southern Wesleyan. They improve to 1-0. And North Greenville falls to 0-1. So some final numbers for you. As Southern Wesleyan final score 66-65. North Greenville had a 31-28 lead at the half. Southern Wesleyan outscored North Greenville 35-32 in the second half. And then, according to this, 3-2 in overtime.
That would be correct. 63-63 at the end of regulation.
Wow.